All right, going to be kind of a short one today. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers G1 Micromasters Meltdown and Half-rack. Now, these guys were part of the Battle Squad, and if you're unfamiliar with the naming conventions of Micromasters, basically the patrols were the four-person teams, which were just sort of like regular Micromasters, and then the squads, which were released in the second year of the Micromasters in 1990. It consisted of 6 figures, which were kind of like 3 pairings of the Micromaster combiners. And the Micromaster combiner gimmick was, obviously where they had 2 figures that combined in vehicle mode to create one sort of like longer vehicle. In the case of the Battle Squad, it was obviously Meltdown and Half-rack, Direct Hit and Power Punch, and then Vanquish and Fire Shot. But yeah, no, these are pretty cool little figures. I've always really liked the Battle Squad in particular, especially the color scheme there. Love the purple. And what's kind of fun about Meltdown and Half-rack is that really, honestly, if you separate them, both of them are kind of okay vehicle modes in their alt mode by themselves because, Meltdown still turns into a little like Humvee here, and then Half-rack still turns into a little tank. Like, it's a little bit ugly in the front because of the combiner port, but it still works. Whereas most of them, at least the back half, does not really look like anything when it's not with, a front half figure. So, But yeah, no, I like their little vehicle mode. The little turret here on Half-rack can rotate, and the little guns can rotate up and down, which is kind of fun. Rolls okay. Obviously, it's gotten a little bit squeaky throughout the years, but still pretty decent. In terms of comparisons in this mode, just for a standard one, here they are with Kingdom Sideswipe, obviously very tiny compared to him. Here they are with Siege, Direct Hit, and Power Punch, just so you can see how they look with them. Obviously, a little bit smaller, but still mostly fitting in the same size. And yeah, no, obviously you can't, unfortunately, they didn't design the Siege ones in such a way that they could combine it all with the G1 guys, so you can't really do the thing with the Battle Squad members that we have, unfortunately, but it's still kind of fun to see them together. I still feel like that they look pretty nice together. And then here they are with a few more Micromaster combiners, so we can do the sort of swap-in gimmick. So we can take, like, Meltdown and attach him to, for some reason I feel like Meltdown is kind of tight in the front, like he has a hard time connecting to the other back half figures. And then we can do something like that, and we'll just leave Roadburner off to the side here. But, obviously, we're mixing and matching Autobots and Decepticons here, but still, that's kind of the whole point of the gimmick of Micromaster Combiners, is to make these weird, wacky vehicle modes, like a Humvee that has the back of a hovercraft. It's just weird. It's kind of a fun thing, though. I'd really like to try to get more of these guys so I can actually combine them with more, variations of different types of figures. But for now, it's still cool to have an actual complete set of the G1 guys in terms of having 2 that actually are supposed to go together. But yeah, in terms of transformation, we'll start off with Meltdown here. Obviously, it's pretty simple, being Micromasters. You just take the back half of the truck and kind of rotate it down like that and straighten out the legs, and then take these front halves that include the window and just rotate them forward a little bit, just so his arms are sticking out a bit more. There we have Meltdown in his robot mode. And then for Half-rack, you take the entire back half here, and it'll kind of double hinge like that to be the legs. And then you take this little piece right here and flip it up over the over the turret, and then rotate these bits down to be the arms. And there we have Half-rack. And yeah, they look pretty decent. Obviously, being G1 Micromasters, there's not a lot of articulation. They are kind of just little bricks, but still, I think that they look pretty nice. In terms of Meltdown, you can just rotate the arms. The legs are separate at the knee, but not at the hip. So you can't actually meaningfully separate the legs. So you can give them knee joints. You could have them sitting down, but you're not really doing a whole lot there. Mostly just having them stand up straight. And then for Half-rack, it's kind of the same thing, except the legs don't even. Do they have knees? No, yeah, they can't really go in that direction. Oh, they must. That's how it goes for transformation. Yeah. So yeah, you can do the knees, and pretty much the same thing with the legs, and pretty much the same thing with the arms too. They also rotate around. You can see he's actually got little arms sculpted on the inside there. And then you can do whatever you want with these. You could rotate these back if you prefer it like that. I do find that they don't quite fit over this piece, so they have to kind of tilt back a little bit, which is, fine. But yeah, that's what they look like in robot mode in terms of comparisons in this mode. Here they are with Kingdom Sideswipe, just so you can see that kind of standard size comparison there for whatever that's worth. Obviously, they're pretty much average Micromaster size. Speaking of Micromasters, here they are with the other, G1 Micromaster combiners that I have. So, they pretty much all stack up. They look pretty fine together. And then last but not least, here they are again with Direct Hit and Power Punch from Siege / Earthrise. I think these guys were released twice, right? But yeah, no, I still think that they all look good together. And what's kind of nice about some of the other Micromaster figures that are like updates of the old ones that we got in like Siege and Earthrise and all that, the colors didn't quite match with like some of the original figures, whereas in the case of Direct Hit and Power Punch, I actually think that these do pretty much match. Like the teal is pretty much the same color and the pink is pretty much the same color. And then, as was the case with the battle squad, they all kind of like swapped a primary color. So like, Vanquish and Fire Hit were mostly black. These guys were mostly that teal and these guys were mostly purple, whereas that just was used as, accents or was like completely absent from some of the other guys. Like I'm pretty sure these guys were absent of the purple. I want to say that Vanquish and Fireshot were absent of the blue, and then these guys are absent of something. I don't know. They all kind of like rotated a couple colors around. You get the idea. But yeah, no, I still think that they look pretty nice together, even if these guys obviously look a bit more blocky. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to them. Just a fun couple little figures, fun little gimmick. And I definitely think that like getting more and more of the Micromaster combiners is just fun, just because you can actually like combine them in like silly ways and make these little weird vehicle modes. And there's something kind of satisfying about the little combined vehicle mode too. They're just a little bit bigger than normal Micromasters, so it's kind of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to them. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Make sure to check me out on my Instagram account. That's toys.n.art. Without further ado, here we have Transformers G1 Micromasters Meltdown and Half-rack.